change things up. At least I think so. Today's reading for the day from the Science of Mind magazine daily guides. It was good reading, but it really didn't have a specific, how shall I say, clear way for us to know what to do with the information, because David Alexander was talking about an issue he had. It was a mental issue. I mean, not that he was crazy. No, it was just an issue that he'd had for a long time. You know, we've all got the different mental issues. And he talked about a specific way, a specific technique that he had used to get over it. But he didn't tell us anything about how to use the technique. So he told us who the technique was by, what the technique was, but nothing else. So I thought, well, it's good, but I think I really like something that's got more of a message to us. So I searched through the magazine and I found this by Rev Dr Andriette Earl. And she starts quoting, she has just one quote actually. It's actually on page 9 of the Science of Mind magazine for December 2025. And she called it "Bless it and more will come." And I kind of use that as an affirmation. I bless it and more will come. So that's your affirmation. I bless it and more will come. And she quotes Ernest Holmes as saying, "The habit of silently blessing your money as you hand it over is worth cultivating." Yeah, I had completely forgotten about this. Then it carries with it an intangible value that will bring back good. He says, learn to bless your bills as you pay them. They indicate the good you have received and express the faith that others have in you. I thought, yeah, that's pretty good. That's a good start. And then I read the rest of it and I thought, yeah, this is definitely worth reading. Reverend Andriette is the founding spiritual leader of Heart and Soul Center of Light in Oakland, California. And this is her message for this month. She says, in her book, The Magic, Rhonda Byrne lays the foundation of gratitude beneath Ernest Holmes' wise advice. Rhonda Byrne, by the way, is the person who came up with the movie The Secret. Rhonda says the secret is in expressing our gratefulness or gratitude, if you prefer. Central to her theory is from the Gospel of Matthew, the Christian Gospel of Matthew, chapter 13, page 12, and she decodes it, scripted message of prosperity in this way. Whoever has, and then she added gratitude, will be given more and will have an abundance. Whoever does not have gratitude, even what they have will be taken from them. And that's a pretty good take on that passage. She added in the word gratitude. Kind of makes sense to me. And that's what Reverend Andriette said. Yeah, this makes sense to me. And it reminds me to honor what my parents taught. Always be grateful. She says, if my behavior didn't express gratitude for what had already been given, I was less likely to receive more of it. Yep, I can relate to this. Always say thank you, right? And always be grateful. Too often, when I pleaded for the latest version of a toy, I was reminded that a toy that I'd not taken good care of, nor demonstrated appreciation for. Well, the toys already had were what I got. She says, although many of us had similar early coaching, most of us still are not adept at invoking gratitude instead of focusing on what appears to be lacking or an opportunity to complain. There's definitely a great deal we can complain about. Yet, I submit that because our thoughts are magnetic in nature, what you think about, you get, in other words, our complaints attract and draw more complaint-worthy experiences. Likewise, our gratitude and expressions of thanksgiving attract and draw to us comparable opportunities. It seems to be a no-brainer. So, what you complain about, you get more of those. What you are grateful for, you get more of. She says, the stakes are high. The secret is gratitude. Rhonda Byrne suggests we develop a solid practice of affirming gratitude daily. And she offers specific activities to help us build up our gratitude muscle. And here's some examples. One activity is to write, quote, "Thank you for all the money I've been given throughout my life," unquote, on a sticky note and attach it to a dollar bill. She says, "I've done this, and whenever I see it in my wallet, it squashes any thought of struggle or not enough. And it strengthens my resolve to recognize and affirm my blessings. I give thanks for all I've had and that all my needs are met." And she ends by saying, "Happy holidays to all of you." And it's pretty cute. So on a sticky note, attach it to a dollar bill with, "Thank you for all the money I've been given throughout my life." I think that's pretty cool. So how about you? But I'm going to try it. I'm going to really give it a shot and see how that works. And as I said, I kind of made up the affirmation, "I bless it and more will come." You could say that to the dollar bill. I bless it and more will come. And if you actually don't use dollar bills, then look at your Apple Wallet, your Google Wallet, and pull up something on there and just say, I'm grateful I have this credit card that I can use. I'm grateful that the bank is actually allowing me to use this credit card, and then I can go pay it back later. I'm grateful I can buy things with this. Or I'm grateful that I can use Zelle. I'm grateful I have money in the bank that I can Zelle to other people. So anyway, there's some ideas for expressing gratitude, and more will come. And then maybe tomorrow we'll be back with Rev Dr David Alexander. There's nothing wrong with what he did today. It's just that I thought, hey, this has got a real message, something that we can all use. And that's it. Now I am off to a business meeting, and I'll be back tomorrow around about 5 o'clock. And my colleague, Reverend Lisa, will be back at about 9:15 tomorrow morning. Oh, yeah. And there's another article in here on looking after yourself, on self-care. And I know that's kind of Reverend Lisa's field, but I think I'll give it a shot. So tune in to wherever you saw me on social media last, and I'll see you next time. Namaste. Oh, yes. My prayer for you is this. I am knowing that each and every person who watches this, who listens to this, is grateful for everything they have, and that more good flows into each and every life. And I claim that this is good, and I'm grateful for this, and I release it and call it done, and so it is.